Hello friends, today we discuss about Venn diagram and subset. Let's start. What is Venn diagram? Basically in Venn diagram we see universal set. So what is universal set? Universal set is set of all objects. Now what is subset? Subset is set A is subset of set B if and only if every element of A is present in B. What does it mean? Let's take an example. Let's suppose I have one set 1, 2, 3 and another set, let's suppose this. Now identify whether A is a subset of B or B is a subset of A. Focus on definition. So set A is subset of set B if and only if every element of A is present in B. Every element of A. Is 1 present in B? Is 2 present in B? Is 3 present in B? Yes. So from this I can say A is a subset of B. What about B? 1, 2, 3. These 3 elements are present in A. But what about 4? Is 4 present in A? No. It means if one element which is not present in A, then we can say that B is not a subset of A. So A is a subset of B, but B is not a subset of A. Right? So this is subset. And how can we write it is in first order logic or propositional logic. For all x belongs to A implies x belongs to B. What does it mean? It means for all values of x, if x belongs to A, let's suppose this is my x, if this x belongs to my set A, if this is true, how implication works? Implication fails only when this becomes true and this becomes false. Otherwise it is always true. Okay, so if x belongs to A and for all x, we use for all x because not for one value, we check for all values, right? So for all values of x, if x belongs to A, if this becomes true, then this element also belongs to B. So this is also true. So the whole thing is true and it is valid for all x. Let's suppose there is one element 6 which is present in A. So, and it is x. Let's suppose it is x. X belongs to A, this is true, 6 belongs to A. But is 6 belongs to B? No, 6 does not belongs to B. And if this happens, right, at least for one value, if x belongs to A and x does not belongs to B, at least for one value, if this happens, then the whole thing becomes false. Because for all x works like P1x, this is predicate, this is condition. P1x and P2x and P3x. And how AND works? AND works like if one of them is false, then don't need to check further. It is false. So for one value like 6, if this is false, then no need to check further. It is false. So it confirms that A is not a subset of B because of this value. Because 6 present in A but 6 does not present in B. So it says that A is not a subset of B. If 6 present in A, then this is the case. Right? So this works like it's simple. Simply you can check if all elements of A is present in B, then A is a subset of B and vice versa. You can also check like if all elements of B is present in A, then B is also a subset of A. Now what is the case? When A and B both are equal, order does not matter in set, right? So let's check. Is A is a subset of B? 1 is present, 2 is present, 3 is present, yes. Is B is a subset of A? 2 is present, 1 is present, 3 is present, yes. So from this, what we conclude? We conclude if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A, it means A equals to B. It means both sets are equal. Because if all elements of A is present in B and if all elements of B is present in A, it concludes that A equals to B. So now see some trivial case. There are two possible cases which is trivial in subset. One is this set is a subset of itself, means A is a subset of A. And the second one is null set. Null set means empty. It is empty. For every set S, The first trivial case is phi is a subset of S. The second trivial case is S is a subset of S. Now, how to prove it? So the first case, phi is a subset of S. Now let's try to prove it, how this is true. So how to prove it? We prove with the help of this first order logic. This is for all x belongs to A implies that x belongs to B, right? Now how to prove it? This is for A is a subset of B, right? That if x belongs to A, if this is true, then x belongs to B. This is also true. So A is a subset of B. So for all x belongs to phi implies that x belongs to S, right? Simple. Replace A with phi and replace B with S, right? So x belongs to phi. What does it mean? X belongs to phi means phi is an empty set. Empty set is nothing but there is no element in a set. So if I say that this element belongs to phi, is it true? This condition is false. And it is very simple in implication. If this is false, then no need to check this. Why? Because implication says if I have two inputs A and B, and if A is false, no matter what is B, either it is true or false, this becomes true. So the whole thing is true. So for all x belongs to phi implies x belongs to S is true. Now the second one. Same method to prove with the help of first order logic. So now see, it is very clear that this thing and this thing is same. So how implication works? Like if A is true and B is true, both are true in this case, right? So the answer is true, means the implication is true. If both are false, then also the implication is true. It means if any element belongs to our set, let's suppose there is one set 1 and some element x which belongs to this set. So if this is true, then this is definitely true. Same, if x is not present in this set, if this is false, then definitely this is false. So the whole thing is true. So by this we can say that for every set S, these two are trivial conditions in subset, right? So phi is a subset of S, this is true, and S is a subset of S for every set. Any set you can take, this becomes true. Okay. Now how to represent subset? Using Venn diagram, right? So how to represent it? Let's suppose I have two sets A and B. So let's suppose I have two sets A and B. Now how to represent? Using Venn diagram. And A is a subset of B. If this is true, if this is valid, then we can represent it as this is A and this is B. It means all elements of A is present in B. But it is not sure that all elements of B is present in A. Take one example. Let's say there is 4 also. So all elements of A is present in B, but 4 is not present in A. So all elements of B is not present in A. So this is our case when A is a subset of B. It is also that A equals to B, means both sets are equal. Both sets are equal. It is also possible. So if both sets are equal, then how to make it? Simply like, so if both sets are equal, It means all elements of A is present in B and all elements of D is present in A. Thank you so much.